Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Shadow the Hedgehog.
Black Doom claims to have knowledge of my past. He claims that I had promised to deliver the 7 Chaos Emeralds to him. I don't know if that's true or not, but he's the only one I can trust for clues about my past. In this city, I was able to find 2 of the Chaos Emeralds. Black Doom sent me to a scorching wasteland. Making my way through an unfamiliar and treacherous canyon, I managed to find the 3rd Chaos Emerald. Now there are only 4 emeralds to go, and I swear that I will find them all.
Mr. President, we've received a report from the Central Information Agency. Our ground troops have successfully pushed back the black aliens from Westopolis. We've also managed to suppress enemy forces in 5 other cities. There's also reports that the CIA's mainframe has been compromised. We're investigating the incidents now. It is a strong possibility that this was also committed by the black aliens.
Tell the commanding generals that the United Federation will never surrender to terrorists.
Yes, Mr. President.
This planet was once saved from tyranny and annihilation by you 2 heroes. Now mankind must protect this peace at all costs. We must stand united to defend our world against these invaders.
I wonder if there are any Chaos Emeralds around here. What? That's right. I somehow escaped, but was then captured by those humans. But from where? And why? I know this place. It feels like I've been here before.
Shadow, this place used to be a human military base, and they still maintain a presence here. Destroy all of what remains, and deal a heavy blow against the military might.
Hey, Shadow. I gotta ask you something. Vector told me that he wants me to find 5 top-secret discs. But what's a top-secret disc?
So it looks like we have 2 different missions we can go ahead and take there now, but we're just going to make our way to the end as we are continuing our neutral pathway run here. So we're going to go ahead and just make our way to the goal ring. So right now we want to go ahead and take out that alien that we just saw to gain access to this flying saucer, as this saucer can float over very hazardous material like the green slime here. So we can use this to our advantage and just get through this level a lot easier. Thankfully, that green slime is not a one-hit KO, but it will do 10 rings worth of damage each time you touch it, as it does have a hitbox attached to it. So we don't want to get into this goop. It doesn't look friendly, and it's because it's not. So let's go ahead and shoot more of the aliens here, because I want to go ahead and build up my hero meter. That way we can just use chaos control and zoom our way to the goal ring. From here, just take these launch pads and fly on forward. And jump up here, shoot some of these fruits. And right here, I want to go ahead and flip over this platform, because inside of this box underneath is a red shield. So this shield we can use to just run through objects, as this does have a hurt box to it. So we're essentially just using a shield that can do some damage, and it can work against small enemies too. But you don't want to use this shield to attack a lot of different enemies, just because a lot of the enemies in this game, they won't take that much damage from a shield like this. You're better off homing attacking or even using guns against most enemies. Now we use Chaos Control here, and we just zoom past so much stuff. Like, look how far we're going when the chaos control meter is at nothing. We skipped a lot of the level there, and that's really helpful for our sake because the faster we beat the stage, the better our time bonus is going to be, which means we'll have the A rank pretty guaranteed as long as we beat the stage fast enough. So that really helped us to use chaos control in that section. But here I'm going to use this flying saucer to make our way through another section here. And I never mentioned that these platforms that we see that push down when we stand on them, if you press the jump button, you'll go flying into the next section. So those platforms are your means of traversal here on Prison Island. But now we're at the end of the stage. I'm not kidding. We're already done.
The Chaos Emerald.
Let's grab this Chaos Emerald and get out of here.
I found it. The 4th emerald.
Now with the 4th emerald in our possession, we can go ahead and continue down the neutral path, but we got 2 more missions to look at here first on Prison Island.
Perfect.
Alright, heading into Prison Island here, let's go ahead and tackle the Dark mission first, as the first person we run into out of our 2 allies in the stage is Doom's Eye. So let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. The evil mission here is taking out every single gun troop, and there are 40 gun soldiers here in total that we have to go ahead and focus on. So this is going to be another kill ball mission, so let's just get started. Take out these beetles, and when we shoot them down or homing attack them, they will drop a gun, so we're just going to have a lot of ammo here. Give me them guns. Here, though, before I go any further, I want to jump over here, shoot this box, because on this ledge is a red shield. So we'll have ourselves a shield immediately starting this level, which is really helpful. Standing on this platform, press the jump button, we'll be launched to the next section. Don't really need to do that, but it looks fun to do, so I'm going to go ahead and launch myself. Let's grab this UFO and make Black Doom angry in the process. But hey, the guy's standing on the thing. Can't tell him to get off for whatever reason. I'm gonna have to do what I have to do to get me a platform. So, I'm sorry, Black Doom, but your soldiers are in the way. It's a reoccurring problem we're gonna be seeing a lot throughout this playthrough. Is either his soldiers are in the way or someone else's soldiers on our alliance are gonna cause problems for us. Just jump over here and be very careful. This shield may hurt enemies, but if we step into the goop around this area, the acid, we will take damage with it, which means we will lose the shield. And I don't want to lose this thing because it is pretty helpful. I'm also going to need to avoid hitting things in this section that are on the Hero Alliance side. So hitting these fruits or attacking the little aliens, yeah, that's going to build up hero gauge, and I don't want to give myself that many hero points. I can afford getting some hero points here, but I don't want to get that much, because then my score is going to start getting a little bit bloated, which will make getting the A rank for the dark side a lot harder. Just going to go ahead here and do triangle dives, which, just jumping around on walls, you can just press the A button and shall jump from one wall to the other. It's a mechanic introduced in Sonic Heroes, and it's a really helpful one in this game too. What's not helpful, though, is Black Doom locking off a spring there. I have to jump around his enemies because there's no way I'm going to want to kill those guys just to get a move on. So we can barely make the jump. I'm going to make the jump. And now we filled up our Dark Gauge, so I have Chaos Blast active. There's nothing here I can use it on, though, so I'm just going to continue going forward for now. And take out these guys, flip this platform to destroy the big old gun soldier, because those guys have a lot of health. You can easily destroy them with your gun, it just takes a very long time, so I'd rather just do the one-hit KO. But since we have Chaos Blast, I'm invincible right now, so I can just walk around on things that would normally hurt me and be perfectly fine. But here I'll use Chaos Blast to take out everything around me except the alien? I'm kind of surprised he didn't get hit in the blast. I was expecting that to be a problem, but luckily it was not. Go ahead, grab me another thing of Chaos Blast. How convenient. More invincibility for me. I'll definitely take that. Do not fall in the pit. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the momentum in this game can be a real big problem. Because for me, just jumping like that on the side of the wall can launch me upwards in the air. And that's just a 50-50 what happen. Unfortunately for my sake, it almost killed me. But I'm glad it didn't. Just gonna go ahead and just keep on shooting things around me. Take care of all the enemies, because the best part about having either the hero or Dark Gauge filled is not the abilities you get per se with them. It's the fact you have infinite ammo, so you can just let your guns go. You don't have to worry about your ammo count at all. It's so convenient. And here, I don't think I can get to these guys in time. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't. I was gonna Chaos Blast them, but you know what? A bullet to the torso will do just the same thing. That's the dark side mission completed.
Now let's see the humans try to retaliate.
Luckily for our sake, we had an extra enemy in that stage in the form of a golden beetle, so thankfully, that mission's not really that bad here in Prison Island.
Perfect.
Alright, let's go ahead and make our way through Prison Island for a third time. This time around, let's go ahead and complete the hero mission. The hero mission for Prison Island is to collect all 5 top secret discs for Charmy. And this mission is going to take us through certain sections of Prison Island that we never went through for both the neutral and the dark side. So we'll be seeing more of this stage this time around on the hero side than any of the other paths. But right here, I want to go ahead, jump over to the left before I help Charmy, as I want to help myself through a free shield. Might as well grab it because it's literally right here in the very beginning of the stage. It's going to make this a lot easier on us. But as we're making our way through the said stage and collecting the 5 secret discs, I want to go ahead and talk about this game's plot for a minute and its connection to the other Sonic games. Shadow the Hedgehog takes place after the events of both Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes. You don't need to play those games in order to understand the plot here for Shadow the Hedgehog, but it definitely will help if you have played those said games, just to understand a lot more of the references that they're going to make to past adventures with Shadow. For example, the beginning cutscene we saw going into Prison Island, Shadow was talking about how he was captured by the humans, and this is where he was awoken by Eggman, which was from the dark side story of Sonic Adventure 2. Eggman finds him inside of Prison Island and frees him from his captivity. And that's just a nice callback to a previous adventure. At this time, this is when Sonic games were doing that a lot more often, where they're calling back to other games in the series. Nowadays, you don't really see that as often. You might see it here and there, it just kind of depends on the game for the most part. But at this time period, a lot of the games were interconnected in some fashion, but you don't need to play them to understand what's going on, which is nice. Here, if we use Chaos Control, we'll grab ourselves one of the top secret discs on the way throughout the level, which is very convenient for us. Thank you, Chaos Control. Now this isn't a section you had to use the triangle jump to get to, which thankfully is just on the beaten path, and we don't need to do that said triangle jump section. Here, we're just gonna go ahead and make our way to the top path, because up here is another secret disc. That's 3 of 5, only 2 more left, and one of them is right in front of the goal ring. So we're just about at the end of the stage, or at least for the neutral path now, so we'll get ourselves that 4th disc here in no time. Just gonna go ahead and jump off of this said platform, make our way to our next checkpoint, grab that just so we get an extra life. And from here, I'm just gonna go off this saucer because I really don't need to be on it anymore. I'm just gonna jump onto this rail so I can launch myself up to the top and triangle jump off these walls. Let's just let Shadow fall off the wall there at the end because I don't really need to go any further and grab ourselves the 4th disc. So we only need 1 more disc and then we'll be done here with the hero mission. And thankfully for us, that last disc is at the very end of the stage. So this section you only really need to go through if you're playing the hero side mission, as both the neutral and the dark side missions, you don't need to go this path at all because there's nothing really for you here. But if we just jump on this platform, we'll be taken very high in the air, which I'm not sure why we launch up that high. It's a little insane. And right here, there's our last secret disc.
Got 'em! All of them!
Once I've got all the Chaos Emeralds, then I'll know the truth.
But now with the hero mission complete, that's all the missions here in Prison Island now taken care of.
Perfect.
Alright, we're back here in Prison Island one final time, now to get all of the secret keys here in this said stage. The first key we need to collect isn't that far into the stage, and in fact, it's right past both Doom's Eye and Charmy. So, touch the first checkpoint, get through our dialogue here with these set characters, and as we're going through this stage collecting keys, I want to mention that every time we're revisiting stages to play other missions, and also to get our keys, I am playing these stages via the stage select. This is why we are seeing the cutscenes for the characters every time we interact with them, because when you're playing the stage select mode, you have to watch the character introduction cutscenes every single time, which is a little annoying on repeat playthroughs, but it is what it is. For key number 2, we need to take this saucer here up to this top platform. Up here we got a bunch of aliens we want to go ahead and kill because all of the alien goons around this area are guarding a small key here. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves another key. From here, we need to make our way to where the 3rd checkpoint is located, which isn't that far away from where we just got key number 2. So we'll climb up this said platform, killing some aliens along the way so we can build up our chaos control gauge. But at this point, we're here at the 3rd checkpoint. The 3rd key is located up in this section that looks very familiar to the very beginning here of Prison Island. Gee, I wonder if a little bit of copy-paste syndrome happens here in Shadow the Hedgehog. You want to go ahead, turn to the left here, jump on this platform. Inside this box is our next key. From here, let's use Chaos Control and zoom past the 4th checkpoint area. That's where we need to go for our next key. Here I'm going to charge a spin dash to just skip this entire section where we have to fight all the gun troops, and now we're here where the 4th checkpoint is located. From this point, we want to go ahead and get on a saucer here so we can just make our way down the Poison River. But we're not going to get too far into this river section because as soon as we go down the rapids here, on our right, we have this platform structure that has a key just hidden right underneath this floorboard. So that's key number 4. Our 5th and final key is found after the 6th checkpoint. This is where the final secret disc is located. So it's a little bit farther away, but with our chaos blast meter filled up thanks to that little chaos energy, we can just run on this poison water at this point, so it doesn't really matter. And the key's not that far away from where we're currently located. Yeah, it is a little bit of a trip, but at this point, we'll just hit our dash pad, head over here to our next checkpoint. That's the 5th checkpoint. Get ourselves some extra ammo, and at this point, we need to pass the goal ring to get to where our next key is. You have to take this top half here, as that's your only way to get to that next key. This is our 6th and final checkpoint. Go ahead and touch that. Grab ourselves a saucer. And from here, we want to ride the rapids down. And we want to be paying attention to a certain grind rail here. As a certain grind rail in this section has ourselves our final key. So in this section here, we're going to want to go ahead and hug the right side, as the right grind rail will take us on the path to the left side here, which will get us our final key. From here, we got all the keys, so now we need to make our way over to where the secret door is located. And thankfully, there's a checkpoint right here at the very end of the level. So we're going to go back to where checkpoint 3 is located, as this will put us as close as possible to the secret door here in the stage. We just have to go a little bit further ahead, and then we'll be at the secret door. Careful not to get hit by any enemies, although at this point it doesn't really matter. We already have all the A's. But here is our secret door, and inside of this door, we got ourselves 2 tank cannons. This is a giant rocket launcher weapon. So if you need to do a lot of damage to something, the tank cannon is where it's at. Problem is though, this thing is really awkward to aim with. Not to mention, it only has 4 ammo clips. And since we have 2 tank cannons here, do the math. That is 8 shots in total you have with this said weapon. And sometimes when you're trying to shoot an enemy point blank range, even though the target is on the enemy, you can still miss because this cannon isn't the most accurate weapon. It is recommended if you're going to use the tank cannons here to get one of your chaos gauges filled and then use the tank cannon with infinite ammo if you're wanting to use this weapon. Not the best reward for a secret door here, but hey, it's a pretty interesting weapon that you can't get in the stage normally, so at least it's something special. But at this point, that is it for our secret keys and the said secret door. So to save these keys into the game, we need to go ahead and beat the said stage, so we might as well complete the neutral mission once more. And that is it for our secrets here in Prison Island. Overall, this is a pretty fun stage here in the game, although I'm kind of wishing that the Dark Mission was something a little more special than just kill all the enemies in this certain alliance, as this is our third stage in a row where we're playing that kind of a mission, and it does get a little tiring after a while, but that is the mission type we're going to be seeing very frequent here in Shadow the Hedgehog. But those alternating paths here in Prison Island does give me those classic Sonic the Hedgehog vibes, give you alternative paths to go for you to get to the same location, which give you extra goodies too, though it does reward the player for exploring outside of the beaten path, which I always like in a Sonic game. But that's Prison Island complete, and we're ready to go ahead and move on to our next stage here in the neutral pathway, and we'll be doing that in the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Shadow the Hedgehog, we'll continue forward with our next stage here in the neutral pathway. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.